Man, y'all know the face, y'all know the name. Y'all tuned into the world's greatest podcast. No, I don't just say it because it sounds cool when I say it. No, I don't say it because when I put it on shirts, I'm selling out trillions. I said millions last time you heard me. I'm saying this because this is actual factual. You tuned into the world's greatest podcast. Talk Ain't Cheap podcast. Hosted by yours truly, Mr. It's a Movie, Cletus Real Talk. And I got a special guest with me. As y'all know by now, I do not introduce my guest. One more time. I do not introduce my guests. The reason why is because I feel like I will shortchange my guests by introducing them. It's not my job to tell people stories for them. That's why I try to tell you. So, like, I know a lot of people felt a type of way about the Kanye interview. I don't even want to go there that much. But like I will say to Nori, if I was in that situation, it is not my job to tell people how to tell their stories. So mind your business. Sit there and either enjoy it or don't. Because they only going to share their truth at the end of the day. So I got a special guest with me. Guest, please introduce yourself.
For the people that don't know, my name is Elijah Bryant from Staten Island, New York, born and raised.
Come on.
And we in Staten Island right now shooting a podcast on Bay Street. You got the bridge, the water, and the buildings right in front of us.
Shout out to the boats.
In the car.
In the whip. Mobile. I've been saying this. Talk Ain't Cheap is one of the greatest podcasts ever because we could be anywhere at any moment and people would never even know it.
It's crazy. And yes.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm just taking in the moment.
My bro say he's feeling immaculate. I'm happy. For those who may not know you, who are you, bro? Because I feel like folks don't really know people anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we might have grew up together and that, but we don't really know each other. Like, who are you? Like, who are you now? Like, who the hell are you, bro? Talk to these people, man.
I'm an influencer.
What are you influencing?
I'm influencing that anything is possible. When you put your mind to it, anything is possible. With discipline, anything is possible. I'm a real estate investor. I buy, sell, flip land. Soon I'm going to be building on it. So soon developer. And I say that now because you got to tell yourself what you're going to be in the now in order to achieve it. You got to believe it now to achieve it. So I'm a real estate developer.
My man say he a community builder. That's what he really say. We a community builder. We say that you seen that over there? We about to make 7 of them. 7 of them because we need that.
We need that.
You see that whole border and bridge? You see the boats? You're going to see immaculate on that every fucking hour of the day, 3 times an hour.
EDB investment
Come
solutions.
on. What are you talking about? That's what we see. You see the whip with the candles? You see that smell? You're going to smell that when you just walk near a nigga. That's what he's saying. It's that fourth quarter flow.
It's fourth quarter, man.
Come on. What are we talking about, bro? We happy to be here. We happy to be here.
We in the car.
How much we making a year this year? What kind of deals are we doing this year, bro?
Bro.
6 million? 7?
Yo.
That's crazy. And we young.
I'm just saying.
You got your hairline still, bro. You ain't lose that. You ain't got no grays.
That's a fact,
young.
bro.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
My brother, this is Talk Ain't Cheap, bro. I tried to tell you before we went. When I ask you, you don't have to answer me. Because you created an opportunity for yourself to be so successful that your time actually counts for something. Like, a lot of motherfuckers say that they time counts, but they be wasting their time all the time.
All the time.
So if it really count like that, you'd make it count. Or it's just not valuable at all to you because you just living. So if you just living and I'm trying to die about something, whose life is more valuable?
Right.
Like, this is the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, like, I'm trying to win it. I'm trying to win it takes all. Like, I'm talking about, like, yo, I've been down the entire game. All season.
And now it's time to go up.
I'm trying to get to the league. College paid for. I did my finals. I'm trying to get to the league.
First one in the gym, last one to league.
Boy, everything that I've ever built in my life is really defined on one moment, not the time that it spent me to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's mad, bro. Like, that means, like, I could be going for 40 up until my senior year in college, not knowing I got real shit that has nothing to do with the game impacting how I perform. And I still got to perform at that one moment at that right time.
Bro, it took me a year and 5 months to get my first deal.
Let's talk about it. Wait. I don't think people know who you are like that yet. So, do you want to go right into the big business or do you want to take your time? Because I'm a person, like, if I got time to spend, because this talk ain't cheap,
yeah,
let's spend that time.
I bet.
So let's go first. I knew you how long? If you had to tell me. Talk about
Since we was probably like 10.
I would say like 6th, 7th gradish, if I could remember correctly.
Yeah, middle school.
Maybe actually might be a little earlier because I was playing the CYO things.
Okay.
And you played CYO as well.
Yeah.
Where?
In CYO, I don't even remember. I just got picked up. Like,
So you was at, I know you was at Trinity for a while.
No.
You never was at Trinity?
Never at Trinity.
So where were you at?
So actually, I didn't play like CYO. It was like trucks leagues.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay.
that's where I remember.
Yeah.
You.
I think I played one trucks league at PS31 ever. But outside of that, I played Unity games.
Okay.
We did the Unity games thing.
That was a great time.
A great time.
Damn. They still have that out here?
They still have the Unity games. I just feel like the energy isn't the same. Because I feel like they're getting older, and then people who were supposed to be in a position of power to like actually connect with the youth, they just not around.
Damn.
And then everyone else who play ball out here, just all they do is play ball 2K and work like an hourly job just to make things meet. You know what I mean? So it's like their time is really spent in their own social circles. Like their social capital is their time.
Damn. Yeah.
Like their social capital.
Yeah, our OGs before, they used to like, make sure we're going to games, practices, going to Cromwell, working out. So I see what you're saying.
It's a little different. Like if I gotta be the one to stop what I'm doing to go take these kids to basketball practice and they're not my kids and their mamas is not my baby mamas, what are we talking about? And we talking about in a space where we're going through a global pandemic. Like I could tell you like people that passed away because of adopted kids that they took on. Not even their real children. They're like in their older age, have these kids. These kids don't look like them, sound like them, nothing.
Yeah.
The kid caught COVID because the kid wasn't listening.
Yeah.
Now the mother who adopted them died because of COVID. So now they go back into the foster care system, and that family who was before the kid was there is damaged.
Yeah. Yo.
Because it's usually, real quick, not to take you up, but it's usually the matriarch of the family that will make that type of play to take on other people or other things that's not really their own traditionally.
Yeah.
Like that's saying that you have enough foresight, resources, ability, life in your heart to take on something that you didn't even ask for. Like you didn't create, but you asking for.
Yeah.
It's a different type of lifestyle.
Yeah, this is why I feel like, especially now, we gotta focus up.
Come on,
we gotta really, really tap in and stay disciplined, stay focused. Because this is where like either you gonna sink or you gonna swim.
Facts. I feel that.
And shit, all I know is swim.
So
like we gotta stay focused on that. Because eventually we could build from swimming. Like I always say, like entrepreneurship is like you're swimming and you're building a boat while you're swimming. Mm-hmm. And while you building that boat, you're actually helping other people that's swimming to get onto the boat and build with you. And now you start from a little boat to like a ark, right? And then you just keep growing from there.
So how this is a good one. All right. Let's take our time.
Yeah.
What was your earliest entrepreneurial pursuit?
Whew, that's a great question.
I could have went two ways. I was like, let me be the humble guy today.
Mom, I'm hope you watching this.
Shout out to the mom.
I remember this. And Tyler.
Which Tyler we talking about?
Summers.
Shout out to my brother Tyler Summers.
Get Tyler in here, man.
Yo, okay, go ahead.
From what I remember, right? I remember, and damn, I'm about to lay it out.
Come on, you don't talk ain't cheap, bro.
So me and Tyler, we used to go to like Canal Street.
Okay, in Midtown. Low Manhattan. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We used to cop fake gear, right? And we go to Patrides. So we used to bring it back to Patrides, and Patrides is predominantly white school.
Yeah.
We used to basically sell the gear to them.
At Patrides?
And then just flip our money. So that was the first time I actually like bought something low and then sold it for high.
That's tough.
Once I made money from that, I knew that like
anything is possible.
Sales is where I'm gonna make a lot of money. So if basketball don't work, I'm getting straight into sales. And that's what makes wholesaling so great, is because it's teaching you to buy low, sell it high. And it's special because you're not even using your money. You're using the buyer's money. But we'll get into that.
So basically it sounds like all you really need is a system at that point. Exactly. You don't really need nothing else. Like you just need to do the work and then put the system in place to be successful?
The only thing we didn't do, Ty, is we didn't make a system out of it. Like, we did it a couple times and just stopped, focus on basketball. Now we can focus on, like, our season. So.
And this was at Petrides at the time?
This was at Petrides at the time.
That's tough. I'll say, for me, shout out to Mommy. Shout out to Peace International Market, 3240 Richmond Terrace, Staten Island, New York. The only woman-owned, black-owned deli on Staten Island. If you know, Family Ties goes crazy. And shout out to Everything Immaculate. You know the brand is that.
Shout out to the island. I'm on the island.
Shout out to Staten Island, man.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Island. Woo.
So that's your earliest pursuit. That's awesome. That's amazing. That's immaculate. That's crazy. So you was like young, like 10, 11. Because when Tyler got to Petrides, I think he was there freshman, sophomore year.
Freshman year.
Sophomore year. And then he transferred to Curtis.
Yeah, because my dad at that time, my dad had a business too. He had BB Express. Like before, like Amazon kind of took him out of business. He was delivering packages, but like up and down state, like important packages. So after he lost that business around high school, it was like I had to grind now. I'm an only child, so I was like spoiled growing up. My mom and dad, basically anything I wanted. But I knew I had to get it myself now. And now I'm thrown in the fire, and me and Ty, we thinking like, damn, how can we make enough money to buy Jordans, to buy, things that other people didn't have. The nicest gear, polo, rugbies.
Yeah, it was fly. I will give y'all that.
We thought of that, and then shit, we didn't really take it to the top, but now I got the potential. Like, I know I can make a lot of money if I put my mind on sales and take it up a level.
Now that's dope. So for me, I guess what I would say to that is like, I feel like positioning definitely matters because like I said, there's not a lot of people that come from good homes. Like I wrote in my notepad, 'cause I got the album coming out, Immaculate Tape, Volume 1. Coming out October 28th. That's when I'll be having our listener party. If you out here, fly in, bro. Okay. It's gonna be a nice little vibe. Staten Island. It's gonna be definitely in deep, bro. So it's gonna be nice. It's at a vegan restaurant on Staten Island, the only vegan restaurant. So I'll let you guys figure that out. Only black owned vegan restaurant. It's on Clove Road.
Clove Road.
So we're gonna be doing a lot of big things in that. But to me, it sounds like position definitely played a role because you were able to be upfront and personal and see like your mom and your dad really run your own businesses, do their own thing. So like, what were some of the earliest lessons outside of like just buying low and selling high that they implemented in your life or instilled in your life? My apologies.
It goes into discipline, right? My dad, he was always on the road. He was always getting to it. So seeing that at a young age, and then my mom telling me like what daddy is doing, and he's like focused on like making money. Because on the weekends, me and all my cousins used to be at my dad's house. It used to be like 10 of us. And it's crazy because when my dad would buy me Jordans, he's buying it for everybody. So I'm like, damn, my dad's really getting to it. So Monday through Friday, he is grinding so he could buy us all the Jordans on the weekend, like growing up. So it was crazy.
So to you, what did that mean to you? Like, what did it just show? Like, yo, it's the hustle. Was it the grind? Was it like priorities? Was it like him knowing what would make you all like be motivated?
Yeah, it's all of that in one. It's all of that in one. The hustle, the priorities, the focus, and then having my mom understand as well. And now she's telling me what he's doing, and I'm watching it, and it's like, okay, now it's making sense. I always was like, I really practiced basketball. I was really in the gym making reps. So I know if I switch that energy, if I transfer that energy into making money, there's a million ways to get it out here. I just got to focus that energy.
It's crazy. So I knew you from a basketball perspective, right? Excuse me, y'all. I'm a little tired. Long week. Fourth quarter's getting crazy right now. Fourth quarter's getting crazy right now. I remember playing you when I was younger because you was a lefty. Mm-hmm. And at that time, it was very tough to guard lefties. I remember playing you one time from Wagner versus Petrides. Shout out to Wagner High School, Wagner Fountain. Y'all know we come correct. But
yeah.
I remember playing you. We were beating Petrides, I think, like a 40 piece.
Don't do that.
At half. But y'all ended up coming back and beating us by like 2 points in a buzzer beater.
Oh.
Yeah. And after that, and I was just like, how is this happening?
Was that at y'all crib?
No, that was at Petrides.
It was
on JV.
Ooh.
After that, because at that time, bro, I was a bowler, but I was really a football player more than anything. Like, I had a football mentality. I had bare heart, mad athletic, but I didn't have like the skill set I had coming into Wagner because I didn't develop it. Like, while other people were getting better at basketball, I was just becoming better as a person because I'm playing football. So football is a different type of mentality.
Yeah.
Basketball.
What's the difference in mentality?
Basketball mentality is team oriented, but it's more like you can get away with things if you have a certain specialty. Like, if I'm a really good defender, I'm going to see minutes. And sometimes my job isn't to be like a better basketball player than you. My job is not I want to say better, but not my job would not be to be a more skilled player than you. My job would just be to neutralize you. My job would be just to get you out your game. Like, my job would be make sure that whatever you do is harder and will impact the rest of your season. Because if I can get you out of this game, the next 3 games you might go off, but after that you're going to be done, tired. And then by the time you come back and see us again, you're going to remember exactly what you went through.
You see how everything correlates from basketball and business? Like, now we have a team, right?
If you have a team, yeah.
If you have a team. If you make it to the point where you have a team, everybody plays different roles. So once you perfect each person at their role, that's when you make the money quick. Because now it's like automated and delegate. That's all you want to do. And it's the same thing in basketball. That's what the coach is trying to happen with us, the players.
Play so I don't gotta coach.
Yeah. Like, you're going to have the person that locks up on defense. You're going to have the leading scorer. You're going to have the person that's making the plays, the point guard. It's the same thing in
I love
sales.
what you're saying right now. The way you're thinking, I could tell you was always you was a great too, but I knew you was a better one.
Yeah, I agree too. If I had that, mindset,
then
sometimes it was just like, I had to score.
You was a lefty. No one could guard lefties. We were never taught to guard lefties.
Yeah, that is
they try to tell you to do the defensive slides going to the right, but it's very rare for the most part. You even start usually on the left elbow, so you always going right. So it's
that's why the left to right was so crazy, bro.
And you got speed on you, and you had the midi, so that was tough. I mean, I remember never getting embarrassed by you, so I feel like that's a great sign. But like, I felt like one thing about you, and I would say even with Staten Island basketball, I love playing basketball because of the respect I had amongst my peers. Mm-hmm. Like, I was never the greatest ball player. There's not a lot of people that'll be like, Cletus, bro, that nigga could really hit 40. No one's gonna say that.
You used to get buckets, though.
But I'll be, I was impactful.
Yeah,
I was impactful. I knew what I needed to do, and it didn't look. And I was saying to who was I talking to? Was it I was talking to either Frank Shatino or I think it might have been Frank Shatino or Ian. I felt like if there was over and unders like the way that people be bidding now, but like on like impactful things that like they didn't have all those plus minus stats back then.
But not to cut you off, both of them was nice too. Like, seeing other great point guards make you more creative and make you want to like get better. So that's why I was like, yo, always be in the gym. Always, if I can't go in the gym, I'm going to the park. I'm always working. I don't got time for nothing else. I'm not focused on fucking even girls. Like, I'm not even focused on that. I'm trying to get to either better in ball or get money. Those was my 2 options.
I love that. I feel like for me, and I would say, and what's crazy? This kind of does touch on positioning, which is awesome. I think that with me, I always had to play different positions. Mm-hmm. I felt like with you really always was a specialist. So as a specialist, you could have a certain type of locked-in mentality that I never could have. Or at those moments, I could never have, because at the end of the day, like, I had to do 6 things correct. And if I didn't do one of those 6 things correct at that moment, everything, the game plan is fucked.
Damn.
Like, it's a glitch in the matrix if I don't do what I need to do. So how do you get to that space where you don't have a glitch in your matrix? Because like, when you are great at what you are great at, you have to have a certain mentality, right? But then at the same time, when you have to build a team, you're sometimes not it's hard to be responsible for other people when they don't show up the way that they need to show up.
Not everybody's a leader.
Say that again?
Not everybody's a leader. And people gotta like understand that as well. Not everybody's supposed to be leading. You must follow before you can lead. And I feel like that's where we mess up at. Even the ones that's leaders, they don't want to follow before they could lead.
So how did you get to that point? Were you ever the captains of your teams? Because you also played college basketball too.
I was, but I also been around where I'm not always the best player, right? In high school, I think Tyler was better than
Tyler
me.
was one of the greatest basketball players to ever come
Tyler was
without a
nice.
doubt.
Yo, shout out to Ty.
I Tyler, my brother, because he went to 51 with me. So he was there when we played the 49 Beacon teams, and he know what that would look like. It's a very different... Niggas was neutralizing people. And also, shout out to Tyler, because at 51, he was in the gym with us.
Yeah.
We had gym class together. So when I was playing against like Danny Lowe and all these other white boys, Eddie Herrez or Tyreek or a Boy or an Adam Pierre or Tyrese.
That was in middle school? Damn, y'all had a squad. It's special, bro. We not inside. I mean, we not in a building. We in the car right now. We still in the ground level.
Bro,
in the beginning. So when you see this video years from now, you gonna understand like, damn, the bottom work was necessary.
Foundationary.
And all we're doing is outworking the work,
and it don't look like the work. Like to be able to be a great leader, I feel like you have to be a visionary.
Gotta be.
Like you gotta be able to foresee that. See, this is special.
And that's why I be saying, like, I be telling my team, we always 30 to 45 days ahead. So each closing, if I get something under contract right now, it's going to take 30 days to close.
Damn.
So I'm always looking months ahead. And me being in that mentality, it's like money doubles up because I'm focused on that. I'm focused on getting money on that level where I'm like months ahead, years ahead. So I don't have to like...
So you playing in like 2029 right now?
Shit.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, like,
yeah,
bro, like I already.
What we talked about?
Bro, I need buildings, to put. Bro, like I feel like people don't understand. Like your coast of your borough is really like a business card. Like if I look outside at your landscape, bro, it's like having a good front lawn. When you pull up to that shit and you like, damn, that's a grand entrance right there. Just to drive the car, you lost a half a gallon in your tank. To go from my gate to my fucking door, you have lost a half a gallon of your tank.
That's some real bullshit.
What are we talking about? You're not wasting no time. When I pull up, the conversation is this, that, the third. Now I'm on my helicopter. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Because if I was to drive or my car broke down at this time of night, I might have lions on my ass.
It's thinking big, bro.
Got to, bro.
That's all you got to do is just think big. Because you are what you think. You are what you believe. You are what you know. So if you continue, all belief is a continued thought. Something that you think over and over again. And not just thinking, like putting actually feelings to it. Visualizing it. Putting those images. Because once you put feeling behind those images, those imaginations you have in your mind, that's when you actually manifest something.
So you really are like in real time, like manifesting your goals and your inspirations and shit.
That's a fact. Like, shit, you could even, I don't even know if she in here, but you could ask my ex-girlfriend. Like, I used to put myself like in the closet, right? And just like turn off all noise, put on my headphones and put like a fire playlist. And literally just visualize what I want the next 5 years to look like.
So that's funny that you said I'm a dreamer.
Okay.
I'm a dreamer, so
I am too.
I'm a dreamer, so I be in my dreams.
Write down your dreams, bro.
Bro, my dreams been showing me this 6 years ago.
Write down your dreams, bro.
10 years ago. So it's like I'm in some shit like every day. It's like, bro, like I already know what my wife look like. I already know what my wife will look like. So
talk about it.
So funny enough,
she look like?
Wait, before wait. It's not about me, it's about you. You're talking to you as my guy. Now, I feel like my wife is going to be like, nah, it's all Gucci. You can just hold your phone, bro. Cause I'm about to let you charge up too. Cause you got your phone on like 20%.
We live.
Your phone on 20% now.
Tap in.
But yeah,
how's the sound now?
The sound gotta be way better. Gotta be way better. But yeah, bro. I feel like for me, like my wife just gotta know like she just gotta be like my ace one, bro. Like, you know what I mean? What's that? She just gotta be like my ace one, bro. Like she just gotta be like some shit. Like right now I've been dealing with a lot of women who are like very successful. Like, oh, I'm in PhD school, or I'm like ain't got no kids, still look good. Only thing I don't really like about them is their spending habits. That's really it.
Yeah. Especially now, social media.
Got these women thinking that you gotta be a certain type of way, spend a certain type of money, move a certain type of way, eat at certain places that don't fill nobody stomach and shit. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing. Here you go.
The thing about business, bro, is you're always flipping your money. So you always have to put money in.
Yeah.
So you're never always at what you
think
gross.
You really got. Yeah.
Exactly. And then you got to understand taxes.
Yeah.
Expenses.
Yeah.
Lifestyle. That all plays a part, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't taught this, so we got to learn it firsthand. And that's the beauty of this, because we young, right?
Mm-hmm.
We could fumble a bag and get it 10 times greater than what we had it.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like for me, my situation is a little different. Like,
yeah.
Like, I feel like my biggest issue sometimes is just getting in the door. It don't even really be the talent. It don't be nothing. It be like getting in the door. And then also, like you said, it's like sometimes niggas have to learn how to, like, walk before they run. But I feel like what happens with me is, like, a lot of these motherfuckers, they got me following dumb as hell. And they be end up following, or they're trying to do what I'm doing. So it's like, it's weird because I'm trying to do what you're doing, but you trying to do what I'm doing, and y'all not letting me in the door. Like, the only thing that's stopping me from doing what you're doing is getting in the door.
I mean, that's why right now I have a course. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't always stop my time to help the next person, especially when there's multiple people. I inspire multiple people. A lot of people is inspired by what I'm doing. And I understand because, one, I have a virtual business. I'm the only one in my location in my business. Everybody lives somewhere else. I have people in the Philippines working for me, like Apple do. I got people in Houston, I got people in Virginia, and I got people in Pennsylvania, and one person in Jersey working for me right now. And then I have a whole team of people that bought my course that I send my buyers to them, and now they're looking for me as well.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you set the system up that everyone basically eats, and then you helping everyone eat. You eat.
Gets a little percentage of everything.
So that's where I'm at right now. Like, I think that's, like I said, we are real community builders, bro. So I kind of do the same, except for me, I feel like I gotta get to a space where people are comfortable just getting, money in that, because a lot of people, well, I know they don't really be comfortable getting money in that, and what tends to happen is, it gets real difficult when you're trying to do things and charge prices, because a lot of people don't respect money and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's just basically that. Like, how do you gauge people? Like, basically, I think that's the question I'm asking. Like, how do you build a team like that? Like, what do you look for in a great team?
That's a great question. One, I want to see if they could work together. So you always start off with one individual first, right? And you have to see where his morals and his mindset is. If his mindset is not, like, truly, like, kind of submitting to you, in the sense that I'm gonna do whatever you say I'm gonna do because I believe you is gonna lead me to the right way or the right path, that's the level of submit another man has to have for you as being the leader. When you're talking about business now, because they got to be so focused and dialed in on what you're doing that they're going to be working for you full time. 8 hours of somebody's day is dedicated to what you got going on. From that point, now you have to see, like, the morals, the ability. They have to have that work ethic. They have to actually be able to do the sales or contact builders and close deals. Whatever their role is, they have to be able to do it, the ability. So morals, ability. And then he has to, or she has to be a team player. Like, I don't care if you're eating or I'm not looking at your plate as long as I'm eating. I don't care what your lifestyle is as long as I'm living. That's how it has to be, because everybody's going to be at a different level. It's a pyramid. It's a business. So the person that's on top, he's going to be, I guess, let's say 7 figures, right? Then the person under him may be high 6 figures or mid 6 figures. Then the lower person is going to be 80 to 6 figures. But as it goes lower and lower, they're slowly, gradually growing into their own boss. I'm trying to create bosses. Because if everybody's a boss, as long as I'm on top, it don't matter, bro. Because as long as we on like Mount Rushmore, we all right next to each other. But it started from me.
Nah, I feel that. And for me, I also have like the same aspirations and goals. So how do you gauge people who are meant to be like workers versus people who are meant to be like your partners? Or do you look at your workers as partners as well?
Ooh, that's a great question. I think both, because, you know, they're all, if I'm putting up, all right, I would say it like this. Whoever's putting up the money is the boss.
Why is that?
Because as long as you in debt to somebody, they own you.
What if you're not in debt to them, but they did put up the money?
You're in debt to them. Whoever puts up the money is the boss.
Oh, whoever has the idea first and executes on it first.
Whoever puts up the money.
Okay.
Unless the idea is something you can't do
by yourself
or without money.
Yeah.
If I can make 10,000 without having a dime in my pocket, then I'm my own boss. But whoever's putting up that money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fair. I can respect that.
That's how I see it.
I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. I would say for me, where I'm at with a lot of things is I have a lot of opportunities on the table, and I've been building a lot of things simultaneously. I think my biggest issue is I have like a lot of different talents with a lot of different skill sets that I try to matriculate at the same time. And where I'm at right now is I need to create a pack of flow. Like I need to develop a flow. And I think that's where I'm at with a lot of things. It's like finding that flow and bringing people that could fuck around and operate within my flow. Because I think what tends to happen is when you do a lot of business with different people, you realize a lot of people's, like, what they're really pursuing is not the same as you. Like, I had to tell my mom, like, our why doesn't have to be the same.
Right.
But we need to want to win the championship.
Exactly.
Like, the goal is the championship. Our why, I don't give a fuck why you're here. Are we going to win the championship?
Exactly. As long as you have that ambition to win that championship, we on the same page.
I don't care. Like, I don't want to talk to you after this. We don't got to be friends. We ain't got to look at each other. But I'm trying to win a championship.
Facts. Me too. Fourth quarter.
And I need the whole bag. I need my bag. Like, you're going to get your bag, but I need my bag.
Yeah.
The bag is going to come for you regardless because that's just who you are. But what I need at this moment for me to be what we need to be is the bag.
The bag follows your mindset.
Yes.
People are too focused on the money. It's who you become, and then you get the money. Because, let's say, running a business, right?
Yep.
You only run a business by who you become. Like, I had to become a salesperson to make sales. So I'm not focused on money. I'm focused on becoming a better salesperson to make that money now. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Because I know it's crazy. It's kind of like so I've been going to therapy and getting help with my mental health. And also, like, bro, this is the first time in a long time I've had a chance to actually recover from anything.
How's that therapist? Like, what do they do?
Just listen to me speak. But it's kind of like they like, if they see a red flag, they're like, hold on, that's a red flag. Flag on the play. They're like referees of my life.
Would you say like anybody could be a therapist, right?
No.
Why not?
Because there's a skill to it. There's an art to it.
What's the key?
It's the work. You ain't do the work.
I'm back.
You ain't do the work. You did not put in the 10,000 hours. You feel that this is correct, but that doesn't make it correct.
So what you're saying as a therapist, they listen. They got that 10,000 hours of just listening to people speak, and then
based off of all the research experience, years of doing the work, they're able to see repeated patterns and behavior that comes from certain places in your life or certain type of like traumatic experiences that consistently happen at that point to trigger something like that.
Gotcha.
So like for them, and then they figure out how you work. So for me, I have like 13 businesses, 15 businesses.
Wow.
Yeah. None of them are profitable. And when I say profitable, currently profitable.
So question.
But they can be, like tomorrow. But the problem is I'm building everything simultaneously by my fucking self.
You don't feel like that's harder?
It's very hard, but I don't have the options. Like I don't have right now. I'm still learning how to be Bill Gates.
What would you say is your most profitable?
Oh, right now, if I was to implement it, I feel like the podcast is, me personally, because I feel like this is the thing that keeps me alive.
So why you don't do it more?
I do, but it takes time. I'm not, the only thing holding me back on this podcast is visuals.
Gotcha.
Visuals, and then having someone to consistently run my socials. I can run my own socials. I run 13 pages now.
Bro, but I would say even documenting this process, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
You need the backlog. Yeah, you need the backlog. But that's why I'm like, we building. Because this is the documentation.
That's
The audio is the documentation. This is the 10,000 hours. Because once 10,000 hits, what are they saying? Who do you know got 10,000? Yeah, who do you know got 10,000 episodes? 10,000. Who do you know could hit up 10,000 different people right now and they'll stop what they're doing at that very moment to jump on their podcast?
You read that book, Mastery?
I have it in my, so funny enough, shout out to Bros and shout out to High Powered Ebooks. I know we still own that brand, and that's like a brand that I just realized I had like 2 weeks ago because I went on Amazon. I never shop on Amazon.
His name is Robert Greene, the author.
Yeah, Robert Greene. He also did 50 Cent's book, the 50th.
Yeah.
I read the 50th. 50th was cool. I don't think Robert Greene did
he did Art of
Rick
Seduction.
Ross. I don't think he did Rick Ross's joint.
He did Art of Seduction, Art of War.
40 Laws of Power, 48 Laws. Yeah, so I read a couple of his books, yes.
That book is fire.
I feel like he's a good author, like a really good author for the people who need to support his art. But me and the 14 books I got.
What's up? Talk to me. What you got?
We kind of spoke about it at the game with the spades.
Okay.
Those are I told you the first 8 chapters right there in the conversation.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But like what I'm saying is like I feel like timing and positioning matters. Sometimes you could be a great point guard and you're 4'11", but the kind of personnel we're playing against is just not gonna be effective.
Yeah.
So it might just not be the right time.
Sometimes
Might not be the right. That's what I'm saying. Or it might be the right time because at that right position, I needed you to be that, and it worked.
But would you say, let's say you at that wrong time, right? But you still grind it out. You still build.
Yeah.
Because it took me 1 year and 5 months to get my first deal. So, and that's going from 3 multiple different states. I lived in PA, went back to New York, and then moved to Florida. So, I put myself in the game. That's the positioning. Now, it wasn't the right time, but I still stuck to it. And then once that opportunity hit, I was already prepared. And that's where you make a lot of money in a short amount of time.
See, I love that analogy because what that kind of helps me figure out is when is the right time to make that investment.
There's not gonna be a right time.
So you always just gotta be on go.
You just gotta jump.
You gotta be on go.
Whenever you get the thought to do something, do it. Don't even second guess yourself no more. Life's too short.
So right now, my thought is like, go jump in that water.
Jump
go
in
swim.
that fucking water, man.
Nigga, I can't swim.
Fuck it.
You'll
figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's
what
tough.
they do to babies? They throw babies
off the pool and
14 feet.
Yeah,
and they swim.
Them niggas can float though. I haven't been swimming. I don't. All I know is not swimming. All I know, nah, hell fucking no, I can't. If y'all ever see me at a pool party, it's never past 4 feet. At 5 feet is the boy. All right, okay.
You'll figure it out.
All right, my skin different now, and I can't even really go in the water because I get ear infections. So now I gotta stay to that.
You swim to that light post or some shit.
I think what we're really saying is what about excuses? Because sometimes fear plays a real good part in that. Like sometimes like
fear's not real. That shit is just in your mind. Like it's like a wall right here. Fear is not real. You ever conquered a fear?
Of course.
How did that feel?
Felt great, but it hurt.
How did it hurt?
Because like it took time to get there, and I feel like sometimes people don't understand like the process.
It took
the process.
You could have just went through it.
Yeah, but the process.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. The process.
Yeah. I feel like that's where I'm trying to learn about myself because a lot of times
I can't be a crash dummy.
And I'll do it.
But it's good though. That's great. Like, bro, if you know me, I take bare notes. I'm a note taker.
Yeah.
Bro, my fucking bro.
Me too.
Bro, before I pass, God willing, it'd be 100 years from now. Boy, the stuff that I'm going to put out in the world, because I've already put it out. I put a lot of shit out in the world already.
That's a fact.
Think about impact, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, bro, I can't crash.
That's why I'm like trying to consistent.
But you've been doing it though. You played college basketball. That already put you at a top 5% of Staten Island.
But I don't even like that because I'm not thinking about the past, bro. I'm worried about now. I don't even like when people mention my past, to be honest, because that's like telling me to stay complacent. Like, man, no, I'm trying to go forward. I'm trying to stay focused.
So what's the next step for you? What does the next version of you look like, or need to look like for you to be who you need to be?
I would say this. I feel like if I stay focused, I could do anything I put my mind to. So if I want to develop, if I want to, build buildings, apartment buildings, lease out, rent, live in a mansion, fly in private jets, go on trips that's take my whole team with me, I could do that shit.
And not sweat about it.
And not sweat about it at all.
That's definitely a goal. I'll say that.
I'm gonna do whatever fear that's blocking that. I'm gonna get over it. Eventually. Like you said, time. The quicker you get over that fear, the quicker that manifestation is gonna happen. So now we just gotta see what we do with the time.
You know what I would say to that? I think where I'm at with things is the fact that that's why I'm doing the work now. Like, bro, like that mental work, that spiritual work. Nah, you Gucci. That mental work, that spiritual work, like, bro, going to therapy. You know how hard it is to go to therapy? Like, to be consistently going to therapy to tell somebody that you don't know all of your inner workings.
Wow.
But it's cool though, because it's like
we want to hide it. It's like we want to keep it in.
It's like, bro, if I make a bag off of this, you gonna make a bag off of it. So that's how I know if you tell anybody my shit that you gonna die. Because everything I'm telling you, bro, like it's like, bro, it's like success ain't the issue. Like, being successful is not the issue, because we've been that. It's whatever is not making us fulfilled with the success is the issue.
Gotcha.
So what is that thing you're trying to fulfill?
That's where I'm still searching.
Like, what's that itch?
I'm not sure about that yet.
Because I feel like sometimes it usually comes from a place that we lack, like a deficit, like there's something we're trying to overcome. But because it's like, where are we trying to, like, what are we trying to prove? Like, are we saying, like,
say this.
We got the biggest dick in the room? Like, is that your thing? Like, like, what is it? Like, because that's sometimes you got to think about. That's where I'm at with a lot of things. I'm trying to think about.
I would say this. One of my students, he's actually my boy Eileen.
Okay.
He's from out here. Well, he's from Florida, but he moved out here and he played ball. He was nice. Like, we used to work out together. But he seeing me, closing deals after deal. He see my journey from moving to Florida to where I'm at now. And he's seeing these deals close. And he's like getting inspired by that. And he jumped in the game. And he closed a deal the other day, made a couple thousand. And he's like, yo, bro, like, I finally did it. It took 10 months of hard work, but I stuck with it because I seen you do it. I seen you post your DocuSigns. Like, that kept me in the game. That shit is the best feeling ever. Helping somebody else without actually doing the work, but them being inspired by your work, that I feel like is my purpose, my passion. And that's why I'm doing this right now. Because I could do it and make a lot of money and keep the game to myself. I could do that. But it's like the people that's willing to jump, we could do it together. And that story is way better than just doing it by yourself. Like I said, my dad, he had 10 of my friends in the attic with me, spending the night each weekend, feeding us pizza, fucking Perkins, going to the bowling alley. Seeing him do that, I could do that too. I feel like I'm living his good karma right now as we speak. And as long as I stay focused and stay blessed, be around blessed people, nigga, sky's the limit. Everything I said that I could do, it's already done. In my head.
Are you spiritual? Do you pray a lot? Like, how do you navigate life and the pressures of life?
I spend a lot of time by myself. And when you by yourself, you learn yourself. You start to love yourself or you start to hate yourself. I think starting to love myself is making me love others. Love in the sense that seeing another person win could break me down emotionally. Seeing him win, I probably, I broke down in tears, bro. And I don't even, really know why. I'm like, he's talking to me like regular, but it's like, I'm getting emotional by that. And that tells me that's because that's probably my purpose. So finding my purpose, seeing somebody else win, or helping somebody else win. Word.
Nah, this is deep, bro. Shout out to, like I said, this talk ain't cheap, man, and this is special. And I said it was gonna be special. I guess where I'm at with it next is you find your purpose, right? And you position a bunch of people to do great things, right? The team is good, running at a good frequency, right? Running, but they're just the growing pains.
Of course, you're always gonna have
the growing
ups and
pains.
downs.
How do you navigate the growing pains? Because the politics of growing pains is crazy when you get older.
That is true. Damn.
And I got a lot of that. I don't even talk to niggas no more. Bro. I don't have no friend groups.
It's part of life. It's a natural progression, right? You live and learn. So I don't have all the answers, but what I would say from my experience is just trying to keep everything calm. Like, there's power in calmness.
Mm-hmm.
So when everything is a panic, if you stay calm and you learn how to keep your team calm, I just had my team all in Plattsburgh with me. We had a 2-hour conversation with William Sims. Damn.
What happened?
There's no sound.
It's all right. They're going to just have to keep the video or not. They'll get it. They still locked in though. Whoever can hearing it.
That's a fact.
I mean, so, hey, we good, bro. Don't worry about it.
So I just had my team up in Plattsburgh, my old college, together. And just having that energy of us all around, I know that just brought us all closer. And certain times you're going to have to do that. Get everybody together, especially when we're not always together.
Yeah.
Just
and
like
make it
on
the
Zoom.
best experience ever.
Exactly. Make the best of that. And that's how I feel like I maneuver through chaos. Staying calm. Keeping them calm. Yeah.
No.
What about you?
For me, you asking me. I mean, listen.
You run business 15.
I mean, a lot of my business I do by myself. Like I said, so it's a little different for me. My situations are different. The ones that I can say that I do with other people, I just try my best to just make sure that I gave my all in it. What I would also say is I also overly communicate. I'm one of people. I'm not afraid to tell you it every fucking step of the way, because the minute you say I didn't say that is when I have an issue, or the minute that there's a red flag, I really make it a red flag. So, because the impacts are always what they're gonna be, and you're gonna see it up front and personal. Because that's one thing about me. I'm very transparent with mine. So it's just been just trying to start being trustworthy of people, bro. It's just very hard for me to trust people.
Yeah.
Because I've been disappointed so many times, and I also in my first family, I'm the first generation everything in my family. So anything I do wrong has a real issue attached to it. It's a major implication. It will be studied down the line by somebody. So it's I'm really trying my best. I'm fighting demons every day. The fourth quarter has been every day for me for over 10 years.
Yeah.
We gonna celebrate the fourth quarter one day.
Word.
And we the ones that's really bigging up the fourth quarter.
We gonna celebrate the fourth quarter one day. I like that.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying bro, I'm doing this I'm going to physical therapy. I'm 28.
Where we gonna celebrate at?
Me? And you?
Where we gonna celebrate?
What's today? You want to get oysters? We can get oysters.
Yeah.
You like oysters?
Nah, not really. But
okay, so if you don't fuck with oysters, then what you like? You like tacos?
Yeah, I fuck with tacos.
We could go to a little taco spot right there. They got a nice little happy hour. If the happy hour not busting, we getting oysters, bro. Because I think they got chicken wings at the oyster spot too.
Nigga, I'll take some chicken.
They got some bread and butter. That's a nice little spot. Smell good. Okay. Because we would have went to Shawnee's house on Van Duzer, but they're not open at this point. They're not open on what's today? Today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, they only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I could try to make a phone call see if she'll open up, but I don't know if she'll be with it because I know her Wednesdays are really like important. Actually, we can go there, but we have a meeting at 8. I'm gonna call her after this. But all in all, bro, I feel like we gonna just celebrate right in our. I wanna celebrate my neighborhood, but not in my neighborhood the way it is now. And it's gonna be whatever neighborhood I have because I want to have multiple neighborhoods. So you're a developer. I don't know if you know this about me, but like I've been wanting to build buildings forever, but not like just Yeah. Alright, so like I said, I think we could celebrate anywhere. Like I said, I have passions. I have real passions. Like I have a whole design page, interior, furniture, like all of that. Like no one knows.
Fire.
No one knows. And I've been building this lookbook for about like maybe like 3 to 5 years, 6 years. And then you also gotta think I come from the era of Pinterest. So I was on Pinterest when niggas wasn't even Pinteresting.
Right.
Like I got like a couple 100,000 people looking at my Pinterest still to this day.
That's fire.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, I feel like for me, I've always been a person that just does the things that make me feel, bro. And I think that's why I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna say I'm like Kanye, but I understand Kanye. I don't understand the way why he feels the way he feels, but I understand where he's coming from. Because when you come into a position where you've been grinding up by yourself to get to a certain place, and you are having conversations that maybe 1 or 2 people are having, and they give you certain information that you will never understand because you're not in that space. Like I feel like people don't understand like the world really operates at a different frequency at different positions. Like if you are at your position in your space and doing your thing at that time, then there's certain things that only you would know. Like if I don't come from the projects and I don't talk to people from the projects and I don't understand what it's like to be in the projects, I will not understand how to navigate the projects.
Right.
Even though it might be similar in my Guido neighborhood on the South Shore, it's not the same. So that's where I'm at with a lot of things. It's like I feel like I be in spaces where I get to see a lot more than other people because I don't go with 30 niggas. I'm not going with my parents. I'm not going with my cousins. It's dead me, Dolly.
Wow.
So and it's not like I got like 30 niggas that's gonna ride for me at a text and call, because if that was the case, then we would move together all the time.
Right. That's a fact. I feel the same way. Like,
but you got 5 to 7.
Yeah, but in the sense that I'm, in Tampa, dolo. But that's when you meet people, network, forces you to network. Networking is so important. Networking can make you a lot of money. Shaking the right hands.
Yeah.
Or it could put you down. It's whatever you focus on, because the time is going to pass anyway. So you going to focus on being around people that's better than you, or that you at least perceive that's better than you, or you going to be around people that you perceive that's under you, right? And it's okay to be around the people that's under you, but just know you're either taking in their vibration or you're taking in
they're taking in yours. Yeah. So
exactly.
I get what you say, because I think that's my biggest issue. And that's not to slight anybody. I feel like I'm around a lot of amazing people in their own individual way that I pick up on, that I appreciate, that I like about it. That's why I'm around it. I think it's the amount of time for me. Because sometimes like the whole community low vibration, and my job is to be the beacon. But in me being a beacon, I learn not only about them but about myself.
Yeah.
I learned how much I'm able to give, how much I'm not able to give. When I should just know how to sit back and let things fail out a little bit, and when I should see something as this. When to say something, when not to. When to restrict access. So it's like, I know, because at the end of the day, bro, everybody we going to associate with not going to always be at the top, and they're not going to vibrate at the same frequency as me. And everyone's not going to speak the same language at the same time. You should hope that they have at least the same moral code, but that's not even true either. Right. So you gotta just make it that like whatever time that them niggas got, they respect it, because outside of that, you will not even be able to get this close ever again to ask a question.
That's a fact.
So it's not even arrogance. It's not gonna get. And it's not arrogance. It's more like you said. It's only going to get harder because I have to manage more. So anything that I gotta give is gonna require more.
More. Right. You want my time, you gotta pay for it, like respectfully, and I gotta pay for people that's higher than me.
You got mentors?
I got mentors, bro. I just gave my mentor $8,000.
Jesus Christ. I need mentees like you, bro.
Bro, and that's why I be like, when people say like my price, right? I charge people $500 to get my course. But with that, you also get weekly Zoom calls with me.
Wait, the course is only $500?
It's only $500.
I thought it was $3,500.
Nah, it should be. Cause the amount of game I'm giving the
It's
game.
only $500 for the course?
It's $500 and you get to go to the Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, you get to have a direct connection with me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm giving out game.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Because I see the value in helping somebody and getting the testimony, right?
You got a payment plan?
I don't.
Okay.
But I got to work on that. Because now I know.
Time matters.
Yeah, that matters.
Imagine if you got a subscription.
I'm going to do a subscription
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. We have, there's a lot of business that we could talk. But
Yeah.
I think what you said is important. Like, bro, like, being able to be in position. Like I was saying all the time, like you with a mentor, you paying to fail on another person's dime.
Right.
Like imagine someone say like, yo, like you playing a video game and someone say, nah, go left, don't go right now. Go left, take you around the right, then you get to take the shot.
Right.
A better shot. Like
Right.
that's why like I feel like coaches are so important. But the problem I have with a lot of coaches, they never played in the game.
That is true too. So you got to pick the right coach, and how you do that is pick somebody that's in the fucking game. Y'all niggas be picking coaches that never fucking play ball. It don't even make sense. I'm picking somebody that's either fresh out or still have that hunt and drive and just feeding off of his, knowledge and finding buyers, like in my case, right? I got the buyers, so I'll tell you what the buyers is looking for. You just got to find it now. It does 50% of the process. So think of this, right? $500 gets you the course, which is my business laid out from A to Z. It gets you to the Facebook group where you have direct connection with me and you can ask me any questions. And then from there, I'm also giving you markets. The markets where these buyers is hunting. So
you just got to do the work. Just make the phone calls. Make the fucking phone calls.
Make the fucking calls, nigga.
I got it. Okay.
Make the fucking calls, because if you make the calls, nigga,
we both made calls. We made calls.
I gave you the game so we could eat. I did not give you the game so you don't do nothing with the game. That's what I'm trying to say. Nigga, if I'm giving you the game, I want you to eat, because if you eat, I eat. Regardless if you don't even want to, like...
Fuck with me or not.
You want to find your own buyer, cool. Your testimony is me eating. Nigga, because every time I get a testimony, I get 3, 4, 5 customers.
I got it.
And now my mom is good for the month. I'm good for the month. My family structure is good for the month.
And let's just say this, though. And I feel like I have to hit this because this has been on my spirit for a long time. And I've really been following my spirit more and more. People need to understand that everyone's taste ain't the same. So the requirement for what it looks like for us to eat don't gotta be the same. If I like to eat oysters on a fucking Thursday, on a Wednesday, and it costs $1 an oyster, but the spot itself make you feel uncomfortable, then guess what? That's my taste. But that don't mean I don't need my $1 million a month, $2 million a month. I need that too, because that's what I like to eat. Now imagine what I like to drive, what I like to do. It might not cost a lot, but I need it because I'm planning 10, 15 generations further than you. So it's like, don't worry about, like, success is an acquired taste. Like, and everyone ain't gonna fucking like oysters. But nigga, I like oysters, bro. Oysters to you might cost $1 million. You don't know it only costs $1 an oyster. I like tacos. I know where to go to the best taco spots. I like certain kind of food. I know where I go eat, and the places I go to eat might cost you double because your budget different. Because your lifestyle different. Your taste and my taste are different. Our lifestyles are different. The way I approach things are different than you. So I can't hate on you for having expensive taste if you can afford it, but I can hate on you if you making things expensive on purpose.
Right. And that's what happens when people feel entitled. And this is why I don't fuck with entitled females.
Do you have a wife, girlfriend, anybody that you're dealing with?
I mean...
somebody that's helping you get to the next level?
Yes, I have that.
That's a woman?
A woman, yes.
That's not your mom or sister or cousin?
That's not my mom or sister or cousin. But you also have multiple of those.
You have to. Now you have
to. Right? Because everybody brings a different perspective. Everybody has a different hustle. So you might hustle with me in this one aspect, social media, let's say, right? But she might list my properties. She might, help me make connections, network. She might, know how to do accounting. So I never really like try to limit myself, but I understand eventually you're gonna have to focus on one. But as you up and coming, I still feel like I'm on the ground level.
Are you talking about with the type of women you're approaching, or the type of women you're getting, or are you talking about just like in your situation in terms of
Just
like where you at?
Because I always focus my purpose is first. My
Yeah, of
purpose
course,
is
of course,
first,
of course,
and then
of
the
course.
woman.
Yeah, it has
comes.
to.
Exactly.
I mean,
so with that being said, that's why it's like right now when I'm focusing on my purpose, I must have multiple women because each woman brings a different vibration or plays a different part.
But you're not sexually active with all those women.
Not always. Not always.
Yo, I ain't even mad at you, but I will say this though, because I also realize there's women, you could find a woman who really just like you and your lifestyle and be okay with whatever your situation is.
That's a fact.
And,
you just got to be honest.
Yeah, and it's not even just honest. You just got to make sure that the situation works the way it needs to work for the situation. It's like you're building a team there too. Because like
right.
I feel like when you are a certain type of man, it's not so much that you fucking everything. Like me, I don't have sex a lot. Like having sex takes a lot from my day.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of my time. It takes a little bit of my creativity away, especially if I gotta masturbate. If I'm fucking, like, she gonna want to vibe. It's never gonna be just we fucking and she leave. It never is that way, bro. I don't think I've ever had like real quickies that were like a quickie and then we never linked again.
Yeah.
Like very rare, bro. If I'm in there, she wants my vibe, bro. It's like at least twice a week, 3 times a week, and we gonna have to at least give each other an hour.
Yeah.
Sometimes longer. Sometimes all night. Like, so it has to be a situation where like, yo, you really have to fit into my life.
Yeah. If it don't make sense, why it don't make sense? Like, why am I doing it?
And shorties be wanting to sometimes put themselves in a situation where they want to be everything for someone they cannot be everything for. But at the same time, I feel like as a man, you kind of could be everything for a woman because sometimes women don't really ask for much. The standard real low for the women right now.
Exactly.
All you got to do is like smell good, have good hygiene, and probably have a place to stay and maybe have a spliff. And she going to love you like
that's crazy.
12 years, 15 years of her life. Like, this is my nigga, that's not my nigga.
That's crazy.
Now, that's just a joint that might be a nurse in that.
Yeah.
So she worked the graveyard shift anyway. So the only time she got with you has to be vibes.
But that is true.
Then you got a girl who might have, want to be a stay-at-home mom and pretty, smell good, cook a little bit, gonna make sure that you well fed. She gonna suck a lot of, she'll do whatever you ask for. And she gonna feel like she could do everything for you, but she the one at the end of the day is like kind of like, bro, I don't even want to be around you right now sometimes. Because it's just like, she the crib. She wants to be in the crib. I don't want to be at the crib. Or when she want to go out, I don't want to be out. I want to be in the crib. So it's like, go ahead. Yo, hi.
Oh, this is me. Got you. Yeah, what's up? My bad.
We on the podcast.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you fine? I was like, what the heck is going on?
I thought that was your phone.
Yeah, no, that's you. We on the podcast. We on Talk Ain't Cheap podcast. And you called like 6 times. So we about to end the podcast.
Nah. But I'll call you in a few.
Okay.
Bye. My bad.
No, it's fine. You actually spoke highly of Sherelle, so that's why I was like, it's crazy that she said that,
Because if she calls me that many times, it's important. You feel me?
Yeah, bro.
She's probably at the thing and trying to make a decision. My bad. Let me text her.
No, it's cool. I think it's a good place to end, bro. I think we said a lot, and I think people really appreciated this. But like I said, people want to get with your course, get with you, learn more about, actually, damn, do we ever talk about how you got into wholesaling?
Nah, we haven't. But
we might have to do a part 2, or you want to go into that?
I would say a part 2.
Want to do part 2?
Yeah.
All right, well,
we got into a lot of topics in this one.
You enjoyed it though. It was nice to be back home. It was a good homecoming.
Of course, that shit was fire, bro.
Thank you, bro. All right, bro. So people want to follow you, get in contact with you, mess with your program and your platform. How can they go about doing so?
Yeah, so on social media, Instagram, I'm Thy Book of Eli. So THY Book of Eli. Facebook, Elijah Bryant. Like Kobe.
Favorite basketball player all time?
Of course. The GOAT.
The Redeem team definitely put a different perspective on
bro,
them, right?
First one in, last one to leave. Always. Remember that. If you have that mentality, you will always win.
I love that. I love that. And like I said, man, y'all tuned in to Talk Ain't Cheap. Like, this is the best podcast in the world. I've been saying this for years. And honestly, we might have to make this an entrepreneurship podcast. I've been saying I didn't want to do that because I feel like we touch on so much more. Because if I put myself in an entrepreneurship stance, it's like I feel like I'm pigeonholing myself. But this is society and culture in real time. This is excellence. This is what happens when quality meets excellence.
Thank you. And that's
all right.
a fact.
So you're tuning in to Talk Ain't Cheap podcast on the Talk Ain't Cheap network, powered by the Cletus Group, hosted by yours truly, Mr. It's a Movie Cletus Real Talk. And I hope and pray that you all take these gems and run with it. And like I said, it's Talk Ain't Cheap. It's a vibe.